Hi Pisces. You could be feeling an emotion of anger, contraction within you today. We have here Sekhmet, anger and rage. And that is coming through in your reading with a lot of love. And maybe the theme of compassion. What is really true compassion? When we are actually going through the emotional triggers, there is a sense of, I'm feeling the anger, I'm feeling sad, and feeling perhaps for moments separated energetically from a particular person or in a situation. And your communication, your truth is really important to be heard and expressed, but not in a reaction way to a word or a trigger, but in a spacious way where, okay, you are aware of what's going on, there is this emotion, maybe this distance that is being felt in this moment with the person or, again, the situation. But choosing in that very second to breathe, to take that space a little bit, maybe to go to another room. Sometimes we just need that, because when we are living with someone with fluctuating emotions, which is normal for a human, especially one who is trying to practice or is not exactly at a level where they are in control of their emotional field, there's a sense of responsibility that takes place where there's a need to respond, but in a more detached way. And when we say detached, it's not without heart. It's just being beyond its own contraction in the moment, beyond its own personal trigger. Recognizing it, maybe expressing the hurt, but without a baggage, a heaviness of the emotion that comes with it. So it's actually in the moment transcending the emotion, transmuting it, not repressing it, not repressing the anger, but allowing it to rise, to be expressed, but to be expressed in a lighter, more peaceful, transmuted way, alchemized. And that sometimes needs to happen really fast, right? So instead of creating more karma, we are elevating the energetic field, we are growing, we are becoming stronger. And how do we deal with the actual spiritual practice, which is the triggers of the world, which is the very real aspect of life? And so here, you becoming a maestra, you have the Sarasvati here, number 44, by the way, which is angel protection. You do have protection right now. If you're feeling a little bit out of whack, just know that you are, as you're practicing this, right, you are mastering yourself, mastering every, maybe you don't see it, maybe you feel like, oh, I came back to whatever, to ages ago of patterns, behaviors of this ego, right? But no, actually, as you're living every single moment, you are, as you're aware of what's going on, you are changing, you are elevating, and you are becoming stronger. You are letting go of the patterns from the past by confronting them, by choosing another way to act from the past. And that comes here with boundaries. There's a lot of anger here, a lot of fight. I'm seeing in Durga, boundaries, you know, the Puma, the power within you. How are you dealing with that? We also have a Sagittarius moon today. So there is a lot of fire in the air. And that could have to do also with dogmas, with how you think or how another person thinks. And that could, you know, Sagittarius can become sometimes in the lower vibration of it, a little bit egoic, right? A little bit closed off, a little bit in its own kind of pattern of thinking. And so to elevate from that sometimes can be a little tricky, because we need to speak our truth, right? You have the Ace of Swords here coming through. There is victory here. There is clarity, insight that comes here, how to be. So you are at the same time elevating, at the same time you are dealing with very real stuff, which really, by the way, has all of it goes together, right? You are getting stronger, you're elevating because you are going through your own darkness, your own shadow. And we need to truly embrace that with this love, with this detachment. And when we say detachment here, you came here with the Varya Yogini, which is the essence of all the Buddhas, this goddess. I hold the power to make every moment sacred, Pisces. Every single moment, as you drink your tea, every single breath, every single sip of tea, every word you say, every thought you say, slowing down enough to getting to that point. All is material for my liberation. And look, this red color, you know, a lot of fire as well. So know that whatever situation you're going through right now is material for your liberation. Again, you're going through this is giving you more power to elevate. And when we say Varya, this has an Hindu signifies, you know, detached. But the true detachment, the true compassion, right? It seems very paradoxical, but when you are truly in that stillness, which we can call detachment, it's truly detachment from reaction, from emotion, from identifying really with your own ego. Once you are beyond that, you're aware of that playing out, right? It's very real. It's playing out. You're not repressing it, this emotion, this anger. But at the same time, you're able to see it for what it is. And again, when we say identifying it, is that you don't become it. You only are love. You stay in that stillness, in that heart. And in that way, you are in true compassion, because you're able to not react to people. You can give them space, give yourself space. You can act with love. You can respond with love, with more love maybe than perhaps you would have done without that awareness. So really, truly, that is what it is. And you find that this makes you feel grounded, centered, home. Once you find, and for every single person it's a little bit different, it's very personal in a way, to find this presence within you, this home. Look at this depiction here. There's a hearth, a home taking place, and it's very internal. It's truly whatever is going on around, especially when there's emotions, volatile emotions within you or with another person around you. It can become very confusing because you can kind of take it on or not know how to really act. And we need to not live in a relation to what is going on externally. We are not close to what is going on externally, but our core, our home is here, this stability. Because you cannot count on the external to be stable, Pisces. There's no stability Everything is transforming. Everything is always changing at the human level. But this permanence, this stillness, this stability, this true stability, this truth is exactly that inside. And also, as you get in here, this power that can arise from that, the sense of I'm here, you know, this is it, this presence that doesn't move, that doesn't budge. Through that, you can transmute anger, rage, all of the emotions, sadness, depression, in beauty, in creativity. You have the 5th house here, where you have fun, romance, and create things you're proud of. So yeah, there could be flirt involved here, there could be romantic encounters happening, but this is really truly transmuting any emotion into an object of art, into expressing it. And that's also transmuting anger, is that instead of lashing out at someone, when really that person in itself is going through their own process and their own suffering. That's why in the first place they probably triggered you. But also it means that you also, if you were triggered, you had remnants of kind of the same issue, emotional issue. It means that if there is still anger, if there's still resentment, it needs to be looked at, right? So it's this mirror that we need to, it's material for liberation, but also for transmutation, for creativity, right? So you can transmute it into beautiful music, beautiful designs, beautiful cooking, beautiful whatever. You know, it can become a meditation. Your emotion can become a meditation, and you have the 12th house and Neptune, so your own house, Pisces, and your own planet coming through. This is the area of your life that is overwhelming, the 12th house. You yield to a greater cause of power, surrender, contemplation, meditation, the house of rest, of internal contemplation, mysticism, esoteric, knowledge, all of that. Neptune, your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion as well. So be careful with the illusion part. But in the higher vibration of it, this is huge spiritual growth material. This is you really getting to a point where you understand everything from a higher perspective. You are rising to a different understanding, really. An unlimited understanding versus the limited one, versus the chaotic or egoic one. You also have here the 11th house, where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. This has to do with your career when it comes to community, friends, cooperation. So this is also, as you are being surrounded by more people, or you're connecting with more people, you have to deal with more egos, with more emotional fields. And so there is a definite importance here to, from the 11th to the 12th house, to find this equilibrium between the solitude, the mystic, the monk, right? And being in the community, social, and all of that. Finding how you can walk through that without losing yourself and without emotionally sabotaging yourself with this 8 of Swords that did come through. Now, you do have concentration and independence that came through very strongly as well. Concentration and independence. By the way, she has this, arc, and we found it here as well, right? There was many arms here, and this also calls to Sagittarius, which has this arrow pointed this direction, this concentration, this higher level, that really uses this fire, this anger maybe, for a cause, for its own independence here. For Lilith is a woman that is extremely, in the myth, Greek myths, that is extremely independent and fierce, and those two women you can see are completely in their power. And that is what you need at this time, is that using this emotion and canalize it so you can actually focus it in a direction that is constructive and not destructive. That's the thing. This equilibrium, finding the constructive, the positive way of dealing with any moment, anything that arises in your life, instead of letting it destroy you. And as you do so, as you get in this concentration, internal concentration, and in your own power, Pisces, you get into this devotion, and here you have flow. So it's when you are fully present, when you're fully within your body, within your I am. There's a rise that takes place. There's this devotion. There is this presence within you, but this presence beyond you that you feel. The surrender that allows you to let things flow as well. To find the peace of love within, of transcendent love within you. That stillness that we talked about. This rise. When you feel that, you're able to function and to create and to act without karmic consequences. Now finally, Pisces, you got Sarada Devi, the Divine Mother. The unconditional love exists in me, internally. The presence of love is everything. And that's it. It's like concentrating, devoting yourself to that feeling within. Because truly, when you do this little bit of effort within, it can change your day, Pisces. Seriously. And here you have the Lady of Guadalupe, which is very much revered here in Peru. So it's interesting she came here. She's an imperatrix of protection. I am saved and protected divinely by the divine. Every moment, love is what sustains me. So love, love, love. This divine love, this devotion, this stillness, this heart vibration. And you actually have twice devotion. Now I'm seeing it. You have Parvati, the goddess of devotion. I am a love that doesn't abandon. That's beautiful, Pisces. I'm a love that doesn't abandon it. It's not this love that fluctuates. This internal love we're talking about is the stability, is the home. When I compromise myself to love, my soul develops or gets into more evolution. So this is beautiful because whatever happens, there's no fear here. There's no fear of abandonment, of being abandoned. It's all about I am this love that doesn't abandon. So I can open my heart. I don't abandon anyone. I can open my heart because when I open the heart, the love, beyond all the emotions that fluctuate and come and go, my soul actually rises and learns and develops itself. Look at this beauty. So it's no longer about the other, how the other is gonna be abandoning me or all of that. It's no longer about you being passive. This is the game changer here that we've been seeing in your readings, Pisces, where you become all strength from within, and this devotion, this newfound love that you are, this stillness is what elevates you. and you become that love. You're not afraid of loving, you're not afraid of the changes that come with that, you're not afraid of the emotions. You just continue rising and learning. Okay, Pisces. So I hope this was helpful for you. Please do take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Love you so much. Bye-bye.